Good evening and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kimberly Simpson and today I will be sharing about holiday stress tips for Vlogmas Day 2. And I've decided that not only will I be sharing everything that I will be doing, well, not everything, but fun, festive things that I'll be involved in for the month of December and how I'll be getting ready for the holidays. But I'll also be sharing some tips about making it through with your fitness goals still, also how to get ready for those New Year's resolutions and holiday stress tips, different wish lists that I have, as well as must-dos for the holiday season. And I'm very excited to share because this is also my favorite time of the year. And I come to life in the winter and the fall, and I'm just so excited that we had a little bit of a scorching summer, but it was rather short. So I'm very thankful for that. And if I can, I would actually probably go somewhere more cool for the summer months and then come back for autumn if I could. That is the dream, and I'm going to speak that into existence, and hopefully within the next few years that'll be possible. But first I'm going to share some tips in terms of dealing with stress for the holidays, because for me, and I'm sure with a lot of firstborn girls in families, we take on a lot of responsibility and we want everything to be perfect, and people are also counting on us for a lot of things. So I'm finding ways to lean on others in terms of making the holiday special for everyone, but not going completely out of my way where I'm totally just forgetting everything that I want for myself. So that is another reason why dealing with a lot of these tips that I'll be sharing, they all encompass sort of setting some boundaries, not just with others, but with yourself as well. So tip number 1, tis the season for mint. Now, in my bedroom, I have a diffuser, and I have some scents that I mostly use for seasonal purposes and or how I'm feeling, or if I'm feeling sick. So I have a little bit of a winter collection, and my favorite this season is mint. Second, shower right after work. And because now I live in the city and I walk to work, I find that yes, I'm okay with the cold, but when I come home, it takes me a really long time to warm up after work. And for that reason, sometimes it's actually hard for me to focus on working on something when I get home. So I started a new thing where as soon as I get home from work, I will be showering and getting ready for bed and making sure that my body is relaxed as well. So that is tip number 2. Number 3, eat some food to avoid hunger. And with all of these treats everywhere, bake sales all the time, dinners, luncheons, brunches, and baking at home and testing things out and being in a rush and going through drive-thrus, it's really important to make sure that I'm eating during the day so that I'm not overeating or eating the wrong foods. Number 4, have a new set of tea. So I have a little bit of a tea collection in my cupboards, and I think what I'm also going to do for this winter season is I'll have a collection just for the winter. And I'm finding that rotating things in my apartment seasonally, that has really been helpful in terms of getting me in the spirit of the season. And next is number 5. Do what you say that you're going to do. So for example, this morning I thought, oh my gosh, I committed to 30 days of Vlogmas. This is a bit ridiculous. And, I wanted to take a few steps back and recalibrate and decide, if I'm going to continue this. But then I decided, you know what? I can't back out of this because I told myself that I was going to do it. And now that I'm reestablishing trust with myself, I need to move forward with those goals. And for example, yesterday when I said that I was doing a suitcase full of donations for work, and this morning I got up and I didn't want to bring that to work with me. I just wanted to leave it in my apartment and maybe drive it over one day. And I decided that I was going to bring it to work that same day because we had a bit of an event. So I needed to make sure that I had those items at work. Number 6, pre-snow shoveling. And I was in a really good habit when I lived up north, where I would be outside every few minutes shoveling or brushing off my car. And I realized now, living where I am right now, I've kind of gotten used to not using my car as much. So I'll leave it for a few days, but I'm finding that I need to keep up those shoveling plans. So getting the car ready before the snow comes, going outside a few times throughout, and then making sure that I have the car ready afterwards just in case I want to go anywhere. Number 7, waking up early and having a hot drink routine. And because I usually do my exercises and my workouts, I usually do a pre-workout or an electrolyte, but I'm finding that I need to get myself relaxed and warm before I even head outside for my walk. And these are just some little adjustments that I'm making now that I have a different routine and I have different needs in my life. Okay, number 8, cards by mid-December. I'm usually the person that's scribbling away on some cards last minute or, in transit to wherever I'm going, and I'm usually missing people or I'm missing things that I wanted to say, or I'm not thoughtful enough in my words. So I'm finding that I really need to not leave this to the last minute. So doing cards sooner will help lower my stress levels. Number 9, becoming friends with the cold. Now, I've always loved winter, but I need to incorporate more outdoor activities so that I can actually enjoy the winter this year. So last year I had a lot of family things to tend to, but this year I have a little bit more time on my hands and I really want to enjoy Ottawa this season. So that is very high on my priority list. And number 10, figuring out presents throughout the year and or the sentimental kind is always better. So for example, for Mother's Day I did a cookbook, and I got some help from my dad to do this, and then I looked things up online, and I secretly got information out of my mom regarding some of the recipes, and just the reaction that I got from this kind of present, I know that this is a direction that I should be headed into, as opposed to trying to wow as much. So being more thoughtful with some of the gifts, and that also means thinking a little bit sooner on things. So for example, I won't leave everything until a few days before. I remember one year, it was Christmas Eve, and it was maybe about 9:30 or quarter to 10, and I was the first person waiting at the doors outside of Winners in Oakville, and they clapped for me. They clapped because I was like, very last minute shopping, and I was right at the door as soon as they opened up the doors because I needed to get a few things, and I did everything last minute, not organized, and very flustered. So those are 10 things that you could do to keep this holiday season at a lower stress level for yourself, and these are things that I'm going to incorporate and or I've already started to incorporate to help this season go smoothly for me. So if you liked this video, click subscribe down below and stay tuned for more Vlogmas.